It's Dante with another Dante's Comedy Tips. Today I want to review and go over the business side of show, okay? We are going to talk about business really quickly. I've reviewed a lot of this stuff before, but I'm going to go back over it. So let's start here. Making money. How do you know when it's time to make money? Usually it's when people start wanting to pay you. That's when you know you are valuable to others, okay? How do you give yourself value? That's the number one thing I can teach you about business, is make sure that you have value. Not just that you're a comedian, because there's thousands of us, aren't there? So why do I hire you? What is your value? Do you have a huge social media following? Do you have, I don't know, whatever. Do you sell out? Do you promote like hell? Do you have a trick in your act that pushes tons of drinks? All those things have value to comedy clubs. So what is your value? Figure that out, because that's how you sell yourself, okay? I've already said this before, but here's how I approach bookers. I give them a link to all of these letters of recommendation that I have from other comedy bookers, and I basically say to them, here's my value. I have some cachet to my name. I've been on a bunch of TV shows. I hold the record for winning the most BET awards, and I have a big BET fan base, and I was on Last Comic Standing, blah, blah, blah. People show up to my shows and I sell out. I also promote like hell, and I have really good social media. And then I also have some tricks in my act where I push drinks heavily. And when I leave, I usually have higher drink sales than almost any other comic that they will ever have at that comedy club. That's part of my value to them. I also let them know that I'm a professional and that I own a business, and that I'm not going to ruin their condo or, mishandle anything while being in their club. The next part of business is be professional, be on time. People won't pay you again if you show up late or if you don't show. Treat the staff well. Flip Schultz was one of my guests on here, and that was his tip. He said, tip them, be nice to them, don't F them. I said that, he disagreed, but don't, because here's the thing, that's how you come back. If the staff likes you, who do you think they're gonna tell? If they hate you, who do you think they're gonna tell? Okay? Be a professional, get yourself a contract, okay? You can't always use a contract at comedy clubs, but guess what? You can, actually. A lot of these comedy clubs are signing contracts with agents, but they're not signing them with you. Why? Well, because you don't have an agent, or you didn't ask them to sign a contract. So get a contract. Not every comedy club will sign one with you because they just pay everyone the same or whatever, but this contract is also going to help you get paid if they screw you. For example, it could say if they cancel you within a certain amount of days because they want, Norm Macdonald to play there that weekend or whatever, now you get some money out of it and you're not just screwed. Also, in your contract, put things in there that help you. I think I have a contract. I do have a contract at my personal website, not at my business. But at comicdante.com, if you go there, you can see my contract. And this was Jay Leno's contract from the 90s. My manager in the 90s gave me this contract, and then over the next 20-something years, I fixed and changed things to fit me. Saying things like, my drivers cannot have drugs or alcohol on the day that they drive me, because that's happened. Or, you take a 2-hour flight somewhere and they don't tell you it's a 10-hour car drive from wherever you fly to. So now you've wasted all of your day in someone's car, and they never let you know that. So you wouldn't have taken the gig if you knew it was going to be a 24-hour round trip besides the flights. You know what I mean? Things like this. No one's going to discover you also. So get out there and make sure that you are writing emails to people. Include all information. Don't make them, if you make them have to search you, they're not going to do it. If you send me an email saying, hey, I would love to be booked and here's my website, I'm not going there. I'm not an investigator. You show me everything, I'll look, okay? Sometimes you have to put a link or something like that, but that's fine. As long as you say, here's my video, here's the link, here's, you know what I mean? I also don't want 5,000 megabytes of, whatever you're sending me either. I don't want it to blow up my email. So just think about that as a business person, and think about what the booking agent or owner wants to hear from you. Think about that. What do they want? They want asses in seats. They want you to be funny. They want you to be good, meaning like a good person, and reliable, and to sell drinks. That's what they want from you. That's what they expect of you. They don't just want you to show up and do stand-up. The 80s and 90s are over. Okay, the internet has taken over, and I said this on a million shows. Get your social media numbers up. We are in quarantine. You have zero excuses now. I'm writing a book today because I have zero excuses. So you have zero excuses not to get your social media numbers up. At least you can try. You know what I mean? Some people are like, I don't know how. I don't either. I'm not a social media guy, but if I started some random Twitter today called Succulents, I promise you I could have 400 followers by the end of the day, because I would just follow a million people that like succulents. And the ones that don't follow me back in 3 days, I'll unfollow, and we'll go on and on like that forever. And then I start talking to them about succulents, then more people chime in, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying. And I use that as an example, succulents, because I'm not talking about my fame. You're like, well, you have more fame. Well, no, I mean, my fame's not huge anyway. You know, if I go through an airport, maybe a couple people recognize me. And you're like, well, I don't have any fame. So what? It doesn't matter. You're a comedian. To most people, you're a celebrity just by saying you're a comedian. That's a fact. It is. So many people are so terrified of being in public that comedians are looked at as almost like gods, because not only are they speaking in public, they are controlling the situation and making jokes about anything and everything, which most people can't even say at home. So many people are afraid to just speak their minds, but comedians do it all the time. Anyway, approach bookers the right way. Call them. First thing you should ever ask them is, hey, this is so-and-so. I'm a comedian. Do you have a minute? If they say no, say, okay. Either way, all you should say to them is, I would love to send you my information. How do I go about doing this? They'll give you an email. Send them the best email. Make sure that, you look professional, that they don't have to do any real work. Boom, you're in. Every time you make a promise, keep it. If you say that you are going to pack a place, don't show up with 10 people there. Go pack it. If you're not promoting all day long, every day, then you're not keeping your promises and you won't be hired again. Okay, remember, it's show business. You guys, follow me at YouTube, Golden Artists Entertainment. That's also the name of my company. You can check out goldenartistsentertainment.com. I own a production company. I'm also a booking agent and a personal manager. You can go see all the celebrities that we book and our comedians and blah, blah, blah. And make sure that you follow and comment, and be safe. Have a great day. And remember, it's show business. Biznatch.